Here in Seattle, we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 20-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen setting up to throw the football, but sometimes
on first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be... You know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Football team! 56!
On 3rd down, Wilson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to...
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, first and 10. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
March 56. I got one.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch.
Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
This is Carson, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
I'm coming for you, son. Watch twins. Out. Hey, 0. Good.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and
56. Listen.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Flush to his right, and that's going to be incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Check 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He finds an opening past the 40. Whoosh! A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own. But often,
blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. And he fires one incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Bang out, bam, bam. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Double count right here, double count. 56, Mike, 56, right there.
To throw is Wilson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now it's Wilson. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it? Touchdowns.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. On 1st down, it's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson has got it to Williams. 11 yards there, 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Got a man open. It's Wims. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. An 8-yard touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Green 80. 56. Switch up.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Now he's forced out right. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's now 3rd down.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. What?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. 51, Mike. Mike 51. I got it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Look at the spin.
Balance.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run. Sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. On second down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run. This is Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
At the 7-yard line.
Let's go now. Get the flag. They can't hang with us. Slam.
Now Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as the Bears push further out in front. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Here's Wilson to throw. Escape, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at about the 14. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the 2nd half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, they'll go screen here to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Second defense, let's go. Right there. 54.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Second and 11 on the Seahawks 36-yard line.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson dancing to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
54 Mike. I don't even know why his team showed up. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. One truck. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Too little, check. Look. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now it's Wilson. That is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run again with Hunt. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And an alley to run. He's got daylight. The 30. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there with now 3 week 1 touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, alert! Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Tighten down. There you go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. Hey, here we go.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
280. Mike's 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Go 14. 56.
Wilson now operating from the gun. Flushed out right and avoids the contact by sliding. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Go. 40.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
56 the mic, boys. 56.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check. 56.
From the 31, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Run pass. 56 the mic.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they take a knee.
Let's go. 56 the outlaw. 54. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Jackson on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Bears, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.